thinking about it, how long do you need to do that? On today's episode, we're going to come up with some solutions to the thinking problem. Welcome to the Results Kill Excuses channel. My name is Greg. I'm your host. I'm a freedom alignment coach here on a mission to connect with men like you to help guide you, inspire you, challenge you, and encourage you to release your vices, embrace your healing, processing emotions, and ultimately, for you to truly find your confidence, find your courage, and truly embody the divine masculine leadership role that you were put on this planet to exemplify in the world around you. Not only were you put here, you were sent here. You chose to be this. And so I just want to welcome everybody, all the new subscribers, all the new viewers, everybody that's been tuning into the show here. I've been really encouraged by all the interactions. Comment down below. Tell me where you're from. If you're excited about this message, if it's resonating with you, be sure to share it with somebody else that you think could utilize this message. As I've been sharing my story, which started in 1978, but the current story of hitting rock bottom started in 2012. And I'll tell you, man, that was it was a death spiral, 18-month death spiral, where I was coming off of my first 3-year stint of alcohol after my second DWI in life. And I got caught up, another story for another day. But once I started drinking, they always say, right, one is too many and 1,000's never enough. Yes, that is me. That is me. And I went down this really dark tunnel of, well, it was a spiral, right? It was a death spiral, right? There's spirals going up, which I'm on now, but this was a death spiral going down and going down fast. And if you are in a tough place like that and you're searching for some answers, well, I hope that I can offer you some answers. Often, too many times, we spend a long time thinking about shit. Is this the right move? Is this really what I should do? And the next thing you know, like your whole life has passed by. Decades, years. You're like, holy shit, I'm celebrating my 20-year anniversary, my 20-year reunion from high school, my 30-year, my 40-year, and I'm still thinking about what the fuck am I going to do in my life? But I've been doing stuff, but it's not fulfilling me. I'm feeling miserable. I'm feeling like all of the hard work, all of the effort actually isn't even equalizing to results, to fulfillment. And that's a tough place to be, especially if you're someone that's really been getting up, putting in that work, right? And the fruits of your labor is never enough. It's not enough for you to go on incredible exotic vacations. It's not enough for you to like feel financially secure and stable and provide for those around you that need it most. It's not enough for you to make time to work on your body, to learn new skills, to start a business, and to truly live your best life. And as complex as those problems are, right? That's what we spend our time thinking about. We try and figure everything out in our heads. And I'm going to tell you right here, right now, this is probably the main point of it all, is you can't do it. You can't do that. You're not going to figure it all out in your head. I tried that for many years, and it really started to come down to the journal, man. Writing the shit down. Most of us, we didn't like writing essays. We hated English. English was usually most people's, English or math, right, was usually the least favorite courses throughout school. And yes, I was a teacher, elementary, and I've also worked in higher ed for many years. And so I understand the resistance to writing papers. I have 3 college degrees, right? I never liked writing papers. but it's just something you power through. It's something that when there's a goal there, which is a piece of paper, which I also used to write off and think about how dumb it was, right? Back to the thinking. I used to always think, I don't need that. And I would come up with all these reasons why until I actually felt like I did need it. And I'm like, fuck, I need that fucking paper. I better go get it. And then so I didn't care how many papers I had to write, whatever I did, as long as I was feeling a sense of progress. And the thing that messes up a lot of people, it's not the fact that you don't have some ideas that you kind of wish that you had the strength, the tenacity, the clarity, and really just the discipline to start working towards. It's not about that. You have those things. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. I know I'm not wrong. You know what exactly it is that you wish you had, want to have, right? Want to experience. You know it. You know how you want to look, how you want to feel. And the problem is it's the timing. It's the amount of time, that variable of time that it's not going to happen overnight. And I wish it could be different. I would do anything. I would do anything to speed up the process for myself, even for you, for myself, for everyone. I wish that we could just abracadabra. It's all fixed. I've tried those magic tricks for self-help, for healing, for, you know, feeling better about myself. I've tried a lot of magic tricks and they just, it's temporary, it's short-lived, and it just it doesn't equal what I've experienced over the course of the 12 years that I've been putting in work, getting sober, right? Started with taking extreme accountability for my life. And then it started with saying, I got to fucking take inventory of these vices that are holding me back. And then I need to ask for help. I need help. I don't know what to do. And once I got to those 3 levels, which was hitting the rock bottom, coming to my senses, taking extreme ownership, releasing the vices, and asking for help, things started to shift. That doesn't mean that the next day, fuck yeah, my life is perfect. I don't drink no more. I let go of my vices. I'm getting therapy. I'm good. Fuck no, it's a long journey. And that's why most of you will sit there and think about it. You'll think about it. You're fantasizing about it. You're dreaming about it, but you don't have the discipline and the tenacity and the stick to itness to actually put in the work and be drawn towards a goal, regardless of the adversity, the challenges, the problems, the setbacks, the knockdowns, whatever it is. And I hope I'm speaking to your heart because I know I'm speaking from mine. And I hope that you're receiving this message because this has been my experience is that even in the most recent season, I've been working on an incredibly huge project, building out an app that's going to have free content, paid content to help condense the timeline because I know the timing, man. Like for me to be trying to convince all you guys that, hey, all right, here's the way. It's a 12-year process to get to here, man. That's a lot. That's why most people don't want to be a doctor or a lawyer or, some kind of high education. It's why most of us dipped on that way back in the day. We're like, I don't want to go to school for that long when it's like, fuck, if you had gone to school that long, you have the intelligence to do it. But it was the time commitment that made you overwhelmed because you're living in the now and you want everything now. And you just couldn't imagine doing something for that amount of time. But instead, you've been working like kind of an unfulfilled shit job for twice as long as what it would have taken, 3 times as long, 4 times as long as it would have taken if you had locked in and went to school for 5 more years in higher ed, 7 more years. And then you would be what? Living your best life, doing the thing you truly were called to do. But you've swerved on it, and that's why you're frustrated. That's why you're depressed. And here's the thing is it's not too late. That's the encouragement. Is if you're hearing this message right now, guess when the time is? Right now for you to embark on this. and know that it's going to be a slow burn. It's going to take some time. Some things may happen sooner than expected, and some things may take longer than expected. I've been on that mission right now. There's a project that I've been working on, this app with all this content. I thought I was going to have this done January 1st. We're almost uh, to the middle of the year, and yet I'm close. But it's like it was a test in of itself for me to just trust divine timing, right? This is a spiritual message. I'm a spiritual leader. And it's like sometimes you just have to trust that what we think is going to be the timing isn't. And that doesn't mean that we're fucking up. That doesn't mean that it's not going the way we want it to go, right? We always want to like perceive. And most experts, well, who's an expert? I don't know. Clearly, most of us are experts in thinking and not doing. But I've heard this said many, many times, right? That we overestimate what we can accomplish in 1 year, and we underestimate what we can accomplish in 5. And again, it's the generation of now. We want everything now. We want the fast food now. We want the high-speed internet now. We want everything now. Results now. And we've lost this work ethic where it's like we're willing to fucking put into work. And hopefully it's inspired work, because right now you're probably busting your ass and it's unfulfilling. But if you actually come to alignment spiritually, I'm talking about spiritual alignment with your purpose on this planet, with the gift, and it's usually even the fucking all the heartache and the heartbreak and the setbacks and the fuck ups and the guilt and the shame and all the things you're embarrassed of, right? It's you like actually having some compassion over yourself that you did the best you could when that shit went down, but you're not proud of it. But again, to still be living in the misery of that moment, right? It's like to actually embrace it and then to transform who you are. That's what I did. I hit a breaking point and I said, I cannot continue on this. I have to change. I have to change for the better. And it has not been a fucking smooth road. It has been arduous. It has been challenging, but I have grown each and every day because I continue to show up and I won't give up. I saw this earlier where it says, failure is not like a person. It's not who you are. It's just an event. And I was the worst at me right here. I was the worst at saying, man, when things go wrong, I'm like, I'm such a failure. See, nothing ever happens. Nothing ever goes my way. And that's such a fucking bitch voice mentality, right? That's like that sucker ass shit. Is like licking your wounds, feeling victimized instead of being a fucking conqueror, getting knocked the fuck down and getting the fuck back up, dusting yourself off and saying, let's go. I ain't giving up until I get what the fuck I want, till I get what is mine. And what is yours is whatever that vision is of the highest thing that you can imagine for your life. It's not a delusion. You're not imagining shit. Whatever you see is not what I see. And what I see, most of y'all can't handle. Hey, and I don't try and talk about it too much because it's happening and y'all gonna fucking shit your pants and be like, damn, he's lucky. And it's like, I got receipts. There's no luck. It was the most challenging. This has been the most challenging chapter of my life. Actually, it hasn't though. I mean, the brokenness, the drunkenness, those were fucking challenging. But I've learned so much from that and I've transmuted it into the gold, into the purpose of my life so that I don't sit there in the shame and the guilt anymore. Like, I mean, I can own my, and if someone wants to judge me about it, that's their problem, not mine. Like, have a nice fucking life. Go enjoy yourself. Judge me all you want. Your opinion of me does not matter to me. Zero. I could give two fucks. I'm fresh out of fucks when it comes to if your opinion matters to me. Doesn't. And you're entitled to be the same. But I'm just telling you, I'm showing up for me first each and every day. Right. That's who I show up for. And then obviously my children, right? The people around me, but I'm showing up for you. Yes, you guys. I'm showing up for you because I know that my story, my successes, this journey that I've been on, this spiritual awakening, it's a gift to give back. The hardest thing that I've ever been through, I've now transformed my life from where? The inside out. I stopped thinking and I started doing. I learned something recently, CCIA, write this shit down. Yes, write it down. CCIA, right? Committed, consistent, imperfect action. Do you know how much freedom you give yourself when it doesn't have to be perfect, but you're committed, consistent, and you take action in an imperfect way? I can't tell you that has given me so much freedom to just keep showing up, to not have to have it just right. I don't give a fuck because I'm continuing to show up as the best version of myself each and every day. And I want to encourage you to do the same. You can do the same. You can show up. You can be a whole new version of you today. But what does it take? This big D word, right? And not that D word. Most of y'all don't got the big D. Most of you got little D's. But over here, we talking about the big D, and that's discipline. What is discipline? Right? What is discipline? Right? What do you think discipline is? Most people, it's like a unicorn, man. Discipline. I don't know what discipline is, but most of us lack it. Most of us, we possess it, but we don't know how to execute it. We don't know how to initiate it. We don't know how to like fucking activate it because we get caught in what? Thinking. And that fucking inner critic, and until you check that inner voice, right? That's always putting doubt, always casting fear, always just trying to hold you back. Like you're not going to be able to activate the discipline in you. But the discipline in you is really just the will to say, there's something that I have said I'm going to do. And all this resistance shows up as a test. It's all invisible, right? This is all in the spiritual world. This is why I'm so grateful to be a spiritual leader, a spiritual coach, a spiritual teacher, right? I focus on helping men and women, right, improve their mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical health to get alignment in those four. Because once you do that, man, like you can activate anything in your life. And yet, when you think about discipline, it's the ability to do something physically, to take an action when every other part of your body is saying, no, don't do it. And giving you a pass, saying, here's a free pass. You don't have to do this. Don't do it. We don't feel like doing it. We don't want to do it. You don't have to do it. I give you permission not to do it. I'm actually telling you don't do it. Like all of that comes up in our psyche. And yet the discipline is like the silent, stoic, thoughtless, action-packed super fucking hero inside of you that says, I don't give a fuck what you say, I'm gonna do. Because once you start doing shit, you don't think. There's no thinking involved when you start doing. You hit a different fucking level inside of you. Like when you're in flow, and we've all been there, you know that there's been times when you're doing something, right? You're playing basketball, you're doing something that you enjoy to do, right? Working with some tools, doing some hobbies or something that you actually have some enjoyment doing, not just sitting there fucking watching tube, but you're actually engaged in an activity that is like, has your interest. You're not thinking a lot. You're just kind of doing it. You're fiddling around. You're doing shit. That's the power. That's the discipline. You have it. But a lot of times we just don't want to activate it towards things that are gonna take time and effort. So we calculate in our mind, fuck, I've let myself go so bad. I'm so fat. I'm so unhealthy, right? I look like a fucking slob. And this is gonna take me years to turn this shit around. Fuck it. I don't have it in me. I don't have the will in me. I don't have the discipline in me. And it's just like, dude, like, don't get overwhelmed by the time, and don't even set a time. Just tell yourself in this moment, I'm going to make healthy decisions for myself today that's going to help me for tomorrow. Right? Because what you eat today is how you feel tomorrow. So if you start to adjust and make small tweaks to your nutrition today, right? It could be something as simple as you're going to cut out snacks. No more snacks. No more fucking convenience store junk food. Like, cut that out. Do that for like a month. See, the thing is you have to be realistic. Do that one thing for a month and don't expect like transformational fucking change. But what you've done is you've made a commitment. After a month, if you literally don't give in, if that's one of the things you struggle with, if you don't give in, you've made a commitment, you've been consistent to that commitment, right? And you've taken action where it's like, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to just cut that out. One, your pocket's going to have a little more cash in there because that few bucks, which used to be a couple dollars, is now probably 10 or more, right? Every day or all the work days or whatever your little pattern is, you're going to have a little more wealth in your pocket, right? And you're going to have some more self-confidence, and you're going to be showing that you have discipline. And then you could take it one step further. Well, now I'm going to start walking twice a week, and I want to cut out fast food from my fucking diet. I'm going to learn how to start meal prepping, right? And so it's small increments, right? That's how you develop it. But it's also embracing the fact that be an Iron Man, be in it for the long haul. Don't be a minute man, right? That's the difference. A lot of you are minute men, and you need to start channeling your inner Iron Man, the longevity, and really embracing the longevity of life. And that is so, so, so important. And I leave you with that message. You can sit around and think about it, or you can start writing some shit down today, right? That you're going to start taking what? CCIA, committed, consistent, imperfect action towards. Little steps though. Don't just fucking go hard, cold turkey on stuff. Just little increments over, a month. Give yourself 30 days to make a small change, but stick to it no matter what. I have a really big challenge that I'm cooking up that's going to hopefully rock this world. And so if you've liked this message, which flows from my heart, from my soul to yours, please like, subscribe, comment down below if there's specific topics that you would like me to discuss in terms of men's health, spiritual health, healing, right? Overcoming addictions, anything about life, right? Life issues. I would love to honor you by focusing in on stuff that matters to you, because I am here to serve you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for checking in. Share the message if you think that someone else could benefit from this content. You know the drill. Results kill excuses, where your growth equals your greatness. Greg's out.